Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Law Murray on your TL, and I'm going to tell you now. This is the 2023 NBA Epitome Game Series, where I pick out one game from each team from the last regular season. I am putting the spotlight on the biggest weakness of the 14 teams that missed the playoffs and the biggest strength of the 16 playoff teams from the regular season. This installment features the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the first time since the late 1990s, a Cavaliers team that didn't have LeBron James on the roster made the playoffs. The trade for Donovan Mitchell gave them a top scorer, but the Cavaliers broke through in the East on the strength of the best defense in the NBA. The epitome game for the Cavaliers came in Miami in March, the first game of a mini-series, and the first time the Cavaliers saw Kevin Love after a mid-season buyout. It was a brutal and tense affair that had 3 flagrant fouls, and it made you believe the Cavaliers were ready for playoff basketball. Sometimes you have to make your own luck, and sometimes you get lucky. Kevin Love, one of the best outlet passers of all time, that outlet pass hits the rim, and it's probably the easiest steal Lamar Stevens is going to get in his career. Darius Garland, even though there's 3 Heat inside the three-point line, takes it anyway and winds up getting a bucket in a game that scoring, it was hard to find buckets in this game. The Heat led going into the second quarter, and the second quarter was a back-and-forth affair, but the Heat had a 4-7 assist-to-turnover ratio in the second quarter. Evan Mobley showed why he is a special defender here. Refuses to get screened, stays on Bam Adebayo, gets his hands up, gets the steal, and that turnover winds up leading the points for Caris LeVert on the 3. By halftime, Cleveland had outscored Miami 13-2 off turnovers. More of the same here. Gabe Vincent, he has a double drag set up. He goes away from the Bam Adebayo screen. Donovan Mitchell was actually guarding Kevin Love on the outside screen. He gets into the passing lane, gets that steal, and then Isaac Okoro struggled with his shot the entire first half. He hits a key corner 3 here, and that gives the Cavaliers a double-digit lead. By the end of the third quarter, all 8 Cavaliers had at least 1 steal. And then in the fourth quarter, the Cavaliers didn't get any steals, but they still drew 3 offensive fouls from the Heat, and they forced this shot clock violation with Caris LeVert challenging Victor Oladipo at the end. The Cavaliers won this game by only 4 points, but they never lost the lead after halftime. The Heat had only 22 assists to go with 24 turnovers, which the Cavaliers turned into 29 points. Only the Heat, Thunder, and Raptors forced turnovers at a higher rate than the Cavaliers last season. Defense wasn't Cleveland's issue in the playoffs, but they weren't ready to match up with the Knicks either. Now, former Heat wing Max Strus has joined the Cavaliers as a likely starter, and George Niang gives Cleveland a bigger shooter off of what was a thin bench. Now it is up to Mitchell and a young Cavaliers core that includes Evan Mobley and Darius Garland to build off of their first postseason experience, especially offensively. Stay tuned for the next installment of the 2023 NBA Epitome Games featuring the Milwaukee Bucks.